It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the morning edition for Tuesday, the 7th of February. I'm James Spann. Active weather today, a chance of strong to severe storms, maybe a strong storm tomorrow. And then we turn colder, but much on the plate with an active day today. So here we go. Shortwave trough approaching Alabama from the west. Wind fields are not overly impressive, but certainly anytime you have a feature like that this time of the year, you have to pay attention. Now, early this morning, this was at 4:54, we had rain breaking out on the western side of the state. And hopefully, if that rain continues to expand, we'll see a lot of rain this morning. The air stays rather stable, and the weather won't be too bad today. But again, we have to pay attention. To the west, we have severe storms in progress over Arkansas. Number of severe thunderstorm and flash flood warnings in effect there. Of course, we'll keep an eye on those storms. Temperatures this morning are in the, they're all over the board. Gadsden 46, Tuscaloosa 60, almost a 15-degree spread there. We'll warm up into the mid to upper 60s in most spots today. And it's very cold up north. Canada's very cold, but again, for now, the upper air winds not allowing that to drop south. We will turn colder Thursday and Friday. There's the watch warning map around the nation, a dense fog advisory for Birmingham and Anniston. Also, dense fog issues around Chicago. Winter weather advisories for the Northeast United States, and still winter storm warnings for some of the western states. But this is the focus for today. This is the big severe weather outlook. Severe storms possible from the Gulf Coast up to near Indianapolis and Columbus, Ohio. These are the tornado probabilities today. 5%, centered mainly over eastern Mississippi and western and central Alabama, with the 2% ring going up again to Indianapolis and Cincinnati. In Alabama, we have much of the state with a standard slight risk of severe weather. This is for today. Then tomorrow, there is a marginal risk for parts of north and east Alabama, and that's much more of a conditional threat. Many spots could be totally dry tomorrow, as you'll see. And the rain for the next 7 days, rain amounts about 1 to 1.5 inches. This is valid through Tuesday morning of next week. So let's dive in and talk about it. This is the GFS, the 06C run at noon today. Shortwave trough coming through Mississippi. The surface low pretty far north, and that's always good. If that thing were farther south, we'd be more concerned about tornadoes today, but it's located east of Chicago, under 1,000 millibars, trailing front down to Shreveport. This is noon today. This is off the high-res HRRR. That point showers and storms should be over the western part of the state, mainly west of I-65. 3 o'clock this afternoon, storms pushing over into East Alabama. Of course, the question is, will we have severe weather? This is the instability. This is the surface-based cape coming off the HRRR at 1 o'clock today. And you can see it's a little out of phase. The better dynamic forcing is over Alabama, but the better instabilities are back over the Mississippi River. Our instability values just are not that high based on the idea that we'll probably see showers forming this morning and we're just not going to warm up that much. And if that's the case, that would certainly limit the threat. This is the low-level jet, the wind field about 5,000 feet off the ground. That's over 50 knots. That's fairly impressive. This is the bulk shear, and again, the values are fairly high for the northern half of the state, and we'll have to watch for storms that try and rotate. But the STP values are not that impressive because the instability values aren't that impressive. And again, it just seems like it's all a little out of phase here today. But still, you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. Let's show you a forecast sounding today, this afternoon. And again, it looks kind of saturated, and the possible hazard type is a marginal severe threat there. There's no good analogs that suggest this would be a big tornado day. And finally, the updraft helicity, the max run today, and you can see that really this is suggesting the higher chance of rotating storms could be across the southern half of the state where the instability values are higher. So this is the bottom line. Pretty much like we talked about yesterday, rain and storms today. Storms could be strong, maybe severe. The main threat, straight line winds and hail. The tornado threat is small, but understand it's not zero. The initial problems over West Alabama, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central Alabama, 2 to 5. Southeast Alabama, 4 to 7. And you know what I'm about to say, when it comes to thunderstorms, you got to expect the unexpected. So we will be watching carefully. Now, the surface front doesn't come through today. This is tomorrow at noon. and a surface cold front coming through, but the GFS suggesting it's going to be rather inactive. And this is the high-res NAM tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and it shows nothing. I mean, not a shower in the whole state. And this is the instability tomorrow. And the numbers are not that impressive. Now, still, we'll push up towards 70, maybe even low 70s, but there's going to be a capping inversion, a little bit of warm air aloft, and it remains to be seen if we can get parcels rising through the inversion for storms to form. So it could be a mostly dry day tomorrow. But if storms do form, they could be strong. Main issues, again, hail, strong straight-line winds. We'll watch that. We'll focus on tomorrow once we get past today, but I don't think it's going to be a big issue. Now we'll go to Thursday. We turn colder at 1033 millibar high, nosing in. Breezy, much colder. I think we stay in the 40s all day. From Birmingham north, but the sky should become sunny, maybe some morning clouds. Friday, we go below freezing Friday morning. We start the day in the 20s, mostly upper 20s. High will be in the middle 50s. The sky will be sunny. These are the anomalies on Friday. Pretty cold for the east. Nice batch of warm air for the central U.S. All right, weekend fans, here we go. This is Saturday, and I think mostly dry. I guess you can't rule out the chance of a little shower, maybe some light rain for the northern third of the state, but most of Alabama dry. A mix of sun and clouds will be in the upper 60s. And this is Sunday, and again, we'll mention a chance of widely scattered showers, maybe some patchy light rain, but again, I don't think rain's going to be a big problem. We turn warmer. The high Sunday should be around 70. The sky should be mostly cloudy. Monday, we're going to have a front stalled out north of the state, and again, this is suggesting maybe a few showers for the far northern part of the state, most of Alabama dry. High will be in the 60s, and a week from today, there's a closed upper low that's located southeast of Phoenix. We'll keep an eye on that thing, but for us, Tuesday looks fairly calm, and again, the high would be in the 60s. The upper low does come out, and this is Wednesday night of next week, the night of the 15th, and it's got a deep surface low right on top of us, and if that's right, that would be wet, stormy, probably no severe weather with a surface low like that. And then this is Thursday night of next week. Very deep trough over the east, and hey, look at the cold air coming in here. Looks fairly brisk. These are the anomalies. You can see much of the eastern U.S. Showing temperatures below average. If this verifies, check the numbers off the European ensemble, and again, it's got a high Thursday here of only 48. And then next week, it's got us dropping back in the 50s, but I wouldn't be shocked if it's colder than that out there toward the end of next week. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video this morning. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream or on TV, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.